G'day guys, and welcome back to another video. I'm actually down at the range today, my local range, and I'm going to be testing out. I've dropped my favourite rifle in a new MDT product, a new stock that they have come out with. This is the MDT Field stock, which is sort of designed and made for hunters who are looking to advance their shooting system quite a bit on a pretty good budget, to be honest. So I've dropped my 28 Nosler into that stock. I'm going to take it on the range really quickly and just check my zero and check my grouping as well, and give you guys my thoughts on how the stock feels and it works, and then meet you back here and we're going to have a quick chat about the MDT Field stock.
Range officer?
Sorry?
Your range officer?
Yeah.
Happy for me just to bring up some cases?
Go for it, and we'll shut it up so you can go up.
Yeah, just when you're ready. I'm just going to chuck something out. I want to go 200, 100.
Sweet. Yep, go for it.
And heap other shit.
I need to move away a bit.
I had one here last weekend, Can I put the boy out? I'm actually coming home with a young fella.
That's good. So here it is. This is the Field stock. This one here is in the same green that matches my Hunt 26. And I'm going to go over some of the things that I think for what this stock is worth to the hunter, why this stock is a pretty good purchase. So for a start, it's all M-LOK up the front here. All M-LOK systems on the sides, so you can run side bipods, or just your standard swing swivel here. And I've got my MTN on a M-LOK, just a weaver rail. I could get an Arca base rail, which is something I'll talk about later. But yeah, so this is my Savage inlet, my long action. I believe my 300 Win Mag 3-round magazine works just fine in the stock. And I'll go over some of the things that I like about this stock, and also probably two little things that some would think are cons. One that I think is definitely a con, but one that I think us hunters actually need to start changing our mind on. So really this would be designed for someone who's wanting to push their rifle out a little bit further outrange and wanting to get rid of their normal plasticky kind of cheap stock. Maybe not spend as much as a carbon fibre chassis folder, but something that's in between, that's going to give you full aluminium construction, but still have a lot of those features that a chassis rifle does have, that you kind of don't want the weight in there for your hunting rifle. So it is a plastic finish stock, but I would say that it's like a nice plastic finish. One of the things that they have done really well is the trigger release here. So often that gets a little bit awkward with Savage rifles, but this one's really, really good. The inletting as well, I've checked it, and the contact points are they're really, really nice. The stock does not need bedding at all. It has a plastic channel inlet thing in here that would stop all your debris and your brush and rubbish going inside your stock, which I like. I think it's really good. It's a good move. And obviously you're full floating, and you can take a full 26mm carbon fibre barrel in there too, no worries. One of the things you often don't see on a hunting rifle stock is a near vertical pistol grip, and that's really, really good that MDT have done that. And I will say that you get really nice and close to your trigger, so that you can get the correct 90-degree angle from your finger onto your trigger, and your thumb can just hover up here nicely, so you can grip the rifle if you want for close quarters, but it pretty naturally sends that thumb to the top of the rifle behind the bolt, which is where you want it. So that's really good to see from MDT that we don't have an angled pistol grip. I think this part of the stock is where all the money is at. It's really clever. So what they do is they have quite a low cheek riser height with an adjustable cheek riser. So that's awesome. Cool. All right. It's cool. So back to the stock. The thing that I think really makes the stock great, you have adjustable length of pull spacers that just go on this recoil pad here. Recoil pad's nice, nothing wrong with it. The adjustable cheek riser height is really cool. But a lot of factory stocks there, I find that this part here is too aggressive. The angle's too much. So as you're kind of trying to slide up and down, you're really getting massive difference in your point of impact. So I think it's really neat that they've kept this quite flat, so that you can put it on a bag, or you can really work it nice with nice fine adjustments out in the field. So that's good to see. One of the problems with the big aluminium chassis stocks is A, they're $1,000, and B, they're usually 1.6 to 1.8 kilos, which for a hunting rifle is just getting too heavy. I do still think this is potentially a pack, a scabbard and walk to a blind chassis system or stock, but I've learnt that a lot of the carbon fibre stocks on the market, your traditional hunting stocks, you just don't get the same quality of the way the rifle sits in the inletting as what you do with a chassis stock, with a stock like this. This stock, I believe, is about $800, which I actually think is an incredible value for what you get out of it. But I know what a lot of hunters are going to ask straight away is, how much does it weigh? And so I'll put that on the screen now because I can't remember. But you'll notice I've got this in a very long barrel 28 Nosler. I've actually gone away from ultra lightweight rifles. That thing shoots lights out. I had a 6.5 Creedmoor Howard super light. What a piece of junk. It was plasticky to get the weight down. There was a carbon fibre stock that was just a piece of trash from Stocky's stocks, and I couldn't shoot it right. It didn't. If you just held your tongue wrong, you were way off. So what I would say is, if you're looking to get set up with a bit of a long range rig, stop trying to go incredibly ultra light on everything. Hunters are there. We have bitten the poisoned apple in marketing for this. And what we do is we create rifles that cannot do what we tell our mates they can do. It's just true. If you take a full target 30-inch barreled 6.5 Creedmoor, which I have one of those, and you put it on the range and you shoot it at 200 yards or 400 yards, the results are completely different than what you can do with your Tikka 7mm Rem mag. So really, I just say long-range hunting is, we're going so lightweight in our rifles that we're really just pop-shotting. We're just, where there's lead, there's hope. And that is not an ethical way for us to hunt. So I would say, for this stock, yes, it's not your most ultra-lightweight stock, but when you go lighter on your sleeping bag, or go lighter on your tent, or get a lightweight pack, but keep the weight in your rifle, and more importantly, keep the weight over the front of the balance of the rifle so that you can control some of that recoil. So I actually think the Field stock is a fantastic product for hunters. I think MDT have done really, really well. You're getting a lot of bang for your buck. For what it's worth, there's a lot of features and a lot of design that has gone into that stock, and I really like it. So that will be staying on my 28 Nosler. One little thing on this rifle, this is an interesting rifle to me, and it is my favourite rifle. And so for the Raw coming up, now I'm faced with a decision. This thing shoots lights out. You can see from the target, it just shoots. It'll shoot better than I can. But I wanted to just give a bit of a mention because I've been researching how to build one of these for a few years, how to build it well. And I want to just give a shout out to Nicholas from DPT Machinists in Hamilton. They built this rifle. He built this rifle. I supplied him a Criterion barrel, and I asked him to flute it, and I asked him to put a DPT muzzle brake on there for me, which was a good move. This muzzle brake is timed, so it needs to be fitted properly, but it has ports that angle up, so it really, this rifle kicks far less than my 284 Winchester, and it is such a honey to shoot. It has some weight to it. Yes, it's over 4 kilos now, so I think I'll have to weigh it when I get back home and I'll put it on the video. But I will honestly say this is one of the best shooting rifles that I've ever had. So Nicholas at DPT, he also measured the concentric nature of the barrel where the twist, because they bore them and they do twist up. He measured all of that, and he made sure that the bore had a slight curve in it, was facing down, not across, and he really did build me a gorgeous rifle. This thing just shoots so well. So I want to say a shout out to DPT for doing that, for taking that on with me. It is a neck turned custom chambered with free bore put in as well. He allowed me to bring in a free bore reamer that I know works very well on my 284. So he really did bend over backwards to build the kind of rifle that I wanted, and he did really well. So there you go, guys. All the questions are, DPT built this rifle. Honestly, the Field stock is a fantastic option. You can pick those up at Impact Sports. Stu and Izzy are gun enthusiasts and customer focused as well, and I think it's a fantastic product that MDT are putting out. But yeah, again, stop trying to walk around. I was just at the range, and everyone there's got carbon fibre stocks, carbon fibre barrels. They're all running these tiny little scopes, and those rifles aren't grouping. They are not grouping better than 30 to 40 mils over 3 or 4 shots. So there you go. I think that's one of our biggest problems we have in the world of marketing for hunting now, is we're trying to make everything ultralight, and it's like trying to put an LS2 in a Honda Civic. You're trying to put a whole lot of power in a tiny lightweight little frame.